Welcome everyone to Sysco Canada's virtual kitchen show. You know what? Today is another great day that we get to spend with some of our customers, hear their stories of what they've been through over this last year. And I hope it inspires a lot of people out there that are in our industry and, maybe at a crossroads right now. But we definitely want to have you listen today. These are great stories, amazing customer of ours, amazing restaurateurs, and they're all smiling and keep going. So I'm just so excited today to share this with you and be able to chat with you on this at our virtual kitchen. So our first customer right out of Winnipeg, I'm going to invite them in. So I'll bring him in right now. Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Welcome to our show, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave's in Winnipeg right now. And Dave, it's got to be a little cold there.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold today. Today and tomorrow yet.
Then it should. I hope we didn't get you up too early to come into work.
Oh, no, not at all. No. No, for sure not.
Awesome. Well, Dave, this is about you. This is about your restaurant and what you're doing. You've got a great bake pizza program. Little catering's not going on right now. But do you want to kind of share us your story? What you've been through this past year?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we last, I would say in 2019 at Christmas time, our catering business and pizza business was going really well. And then all of a sudden in March of 2020, the catering side went to zero very quickly. And we had to really start to focus on the pizza restaurant. And over the years, because I leaned heavily on the catering side, I didn't forget about the pizza side of the business, but wasn't a priority of mine. And so I had to really start to focus in and put my attention back to the pizza store. And over the months and that followed, we needed to find different ways of getting our message out. Before this all happened, we didn't even have printed menus in our store. We were non-existent on Facebook. We had no website to talk of. And so all of a sudden, maybe towards the fall, I had a conversation with somebody from Sysco in Winnipeg. And I think one of the biggest things that has made me do is realize that we needed an online presence and we needed to do some of that type of work. And they set us up. Now we have menus printed and we have an online Facebook platform. Through Sysco's help, they directed us in the way to have a website and a company that does the website, and also we have an online ordering platform, which all came together kind of towards Christmas of 2020, and it has the online ordering platform has kind of just taken off, and it isn't at its peak yet, but it's working well. And for customers that don't want to wait and stuff like that, it's been a real good thing for us. And again, the biggest thing is what this has done is made me focus back again on the pizza side of things.
And big support from the local community.
Yeah, we're located in Charleswood in Winnipeg, and I would say that 95 or 98% of our customer base is just within the Charleswood community. We do get some traffic from outside, but the biggest part is right in the community. And that's one thing we have strived to do is get out in the community and get involved and get to know people and just have a really good presence that way too.
It's just awesome to hear this. And first of all, thank you for what we've helped you with and allowed us to do what we did with you. And I get excited when I hear that we helped our customers with those things, because it's my department, and I love hearing when we do that. So thank you for allowing us to do that. So let's talk a little about your catering business. It isn't really going right now. How hard hit is that for you?
Well, it's interesting because the pizza side, the reason I often kind of let the pizza side run itself is the pizza side was more that it took care of our expenses and ran everything. And the catering was kind of what my years and years my family and I lived off of. So when that all of a sudden went down to nothing, we really had to change gears and do things a little differently. Yeah.
Is that something you're going to bring back, Dave?
I will bring it back, but I think in a little different way. I've enjoyed coming back in and focusing on the pizza side. I'll still want to cater, but it's not going to become the major part of what we do anymore. No, for sure not.
I would assume it might be one of those things that comes out of this, learning a lot of things that we're all kind of pushed in towards, learning so much from what COVID has given us, in a sense, reevaluation of different things, looking at what we're doing, websites. I'm glad you have a website now. I did check it out this morning.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah.
What do you think right now you'd like to tell other restaurateurs out there that might be going through these things? Because what we found, a lot of our customers on these shows, when we're doing them, is really inspiring others. So what would you like to share with others right now that might be at the crossroads or looking to open back up, or even opening a restaurant right now?
I think the biggest thing that I have learned is that we've owned the business for 23 years. 23 years ago, I don't think it was as big a deal to get your presence out there. People are communicating, doing flyer drops and things like that. Just are not the thing to do. I think people really need, when they set up, they need to have their online presence. I think the biggest thing for me was, again, like I said, I think it was to get the website up and running and to get the Facebook page going. I think that's the way people are communicating nowadays, and that's what they want to do. When we hear people order online, they're just so excited that they can just order it, pay for it, come in. They're in my store and out my store within 30 seconds.
Wow.
And that is what people want, because we just put a time limit on of when they can come and pick up their product, and they come and get it, and it's here you go, thank you for your business, and they're gone. The payment's all taken. We don't even allow people they have to pay online. So that's the biggest thing I can say is, don't do anything without having an online presence.
Yeah. And they pay through using QR code, online, and then pick up the products. So you don't do any transactions in your restaurants?
No, we don't do. On the online ordering, they pay with their Visa or MasterCard.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it's they have a tablet that they send along with us on the program, and it's marked paid. So, yeah,
really cool. Huge thing about the speed, right?
Oh yeah,
and nowadays.
And that's the other thing too, is we've noticed over the years that people don't want to sit really and visit. They just want to get on with their day and move on. Yeah.
So, Dave, what's your best pizza? I always, because I see so many different kinds. Yeah. What's the most favorite one you have there?
Probably we have a special. There's two of them, three of them. There's we run a special. It's a cheeseburger pizza. That would be one. And then we have a combo, that is another one. And the lady that started this place, her name was Anne, 35 years ago. And we have an Anne's favorite that we've kept, and that seems to be, those three are our biggest ones. Yeah.
Awesome.
And we also do, the other thing we do is what goes really well, and we've kept it probably for 20 years. We sell 2 large 2-topping pizzas, like for $20, and that really seems to drive people. And we don't ever, like when I say we don't ever want to give that up. We try and work that because it's just the whole thing of somebody giving $20 and they can walk out the door, right? So
yeah, that's such a great thing. Also,
yeah,
exactly. Community. I'm sure it supports a lot of people in the community.
That's right, and that's the thing too. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. How long does a pizza take to cook?
15 to 20 minutes at 425. Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
can't wait to visit. I just can't wait to get to Winnipeg again.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
actually one of the last places I got to go was Winnipeg. I was in Winnipeg before COVID hit us. It was one of the last places I got to visit. So I can't wait to come back. I know Kevin Penner just sent an awesome email that came across. He's very
Okay.
proud of you and what
Yeah.
you've done. So
Yeah. Him
Kevin,
and Zoe are really good. They've been
that's
really
awesome.
good to me. Yeah. So,
That is awesome.
yeah.
Well, I just can't thank you enough for being on our show today and being able to
Hey,
share your story, inspire others, inspires us at Cisco as well. And we're just so proud to have you as a customer.
thank you.
And we look at great things, and we hope everything turns out well for you. And I think it will.
Yeah.
Um, and just everyone else that's going to listen and watch this later, send a message to Dave, and let's support him and let's get
Yeah.
out there and order some pizza.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
It's
You
been
bet.
fun.
Take care.
Take
Okay.
care. You bet.
You bet.
Bye
Thanks
bye.
so much. So we have more customers coming here. We got Wendy coming up here, and just outstanding. Oh, we got Dave back. Wrong button. But we do have a lot more coming up here. So we're going to cut to a quick little break here. I'll talk about Foodies Unite, our campaign right now, and then we'll be right back.
Restaurants are the shared kitchens and dining rooms of our communities. Beyond the basic purpose of restaurants to provide food and drink, restaurants fulfill a human need for connection and shape relationships. Acquaintances become friends around a table, and major life events are celebrated in restaurants. They bring us together. It's where memories are created. Despite the seemingly endless amount of obstacles that continue to come its way, Canada's food and beverage community continues to provide ways to support other Canadians. It's time for us to unite and do good for the industry, for the hard-working foodies who fuel our love for food. That's why we've started Foodies Unite, to celebrate local restaurants and to encourage our community members to show them some support. We want to spread the love of food coast to coast. Foodies Unite is all about supporting local restaurants and making a positive impact on the industry. Our primary goal is to help restaurants by encouraging Canadians to order, post, and share their experiences with their networks and beyond. So now's your chance to join the movement and help us spread the word by using hashtag Foodies Unite and encouraging your customers and followers to get involved.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm gonna have to redo that commercial sometimes because it breaks up on my side. So hopefully you don't hear it. Welcome, Wendy, to our show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a great thing to be invited.
Awesome. The Oakwell Bistro Bistro Restaurant in
Yeah,
Winnipeg.
yeah, we just call ourselves the Oakwood. The previous owner had quite a name jumble going on, so everyone just knows us as the Oakwood.
Are you right in Winnipeg?
We are. We're on South Osborne. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the city, but we're kind of near the Park Theatre in a little strip mall. Very unassuming little place that you could easily drive by 1,000 times before you actually see us.
But a pretty impactful place, I might say. It
Yeah.
looks pretty awesome. Lots
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
It's a great little place, and so I was very lucky to inherit from the previous owner, a great little local restaurant that has a lot of support, in the community and further afield. And sometimes we don't actually even realize that. You kind of get caught up in your day-to-day stuff, and all of a sudden think, hey, you think, does anyone know we're even here? And thankfully they do most of the time.
Well, that's awesome. You know what? I did a little research. First of all, you guys have a killer website. Great stuff. Lots of great information here. One of my favorite messages, or one of the comments you have on your website. First, I have to ask you what the boss is.
That's
But
me.
is that you?
Yeah. Although I always think our kitchen manager John is the real boss, and I bought him some pens a couple of years ago that says John the real boss on the.
I love that. I love that. I love the comment that you have on here when he talks about your location. It says coming in for dining. You wanted to have it like you're coming in with your friends.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I love that. I think it's awesome. Awesome that you have that. You have an amazing restaurant here. Can you give us a little bit of story what this past year has been kind of like for you?
It's been a roller coaster, honestly, and it's kind of been weirdly reassuring that I know we're not the only ones that are experiencing exactly that. You kind of go from day to day not knowing if you're going to have any revenue, a little bit of revenue, or what would normally be classed as a pretty garbage day in normal circumstances. We're really excited as a class that now is a great day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, we've kind of gone into it, and I've learned to not kind of expect anything in any, at any given time, and to just kind of not try and panic day to day. You know what I mean? You kind of just have to look at the bigger picture and think if we can all kind of muddle through and keep our heads and just do our best, hopefully we'll all come through and still have businesses at the end of it.
It's interesting because I find restaurateurs like yourself, I'm going to try not to call you the boss, but I might.
I probably won't answer.
Okay. I find it so interesting that restaurateurs like yourself that have been through so much this last year that was literally, there was no warning in a sense of what came, still has a smile, and you still laugh, and you still got this energy that is contagious to a lot of people out there in this industry. What keeps you going?
Honestly, having such a great member of staff, you know what I mean? They have been stuck with us through everything, and they're always willing to go that extra mile. I mean, for example, this last week we've been trying to do a little bit of painting and just tidy things up a little bit, and everyone that's working is, oh, can I help paint? Can I do this? Can I do that? I mean, everyone is in it 100%, and I can't let that down. You know what I mean? I need to kind of do everything I can to make sure they have a job at the end of the day. Myself, I kind of put myself in the back of that. It's important, but I can get another job, and technically so can anybody, but you have this sense of responsibility to everybody that works with you. They are like your family. When people say the restaurant industry is a family, it really truly is. And this is the time where it really has been a test. Oh, hang on, I can't hear you. Now you've kind of gone.
I hit the mute button, sorry. I just say, yeah, 156 shows later, and I still hit mute buttons. But I do have to mention that leaders like yourself that are in this industry that do those for this reason, to keep people working and they worry about their employees, it's incredible to hear that. Because there's not a lot of businesses that do that, but you put your people first, and that's awesome that you're doing that. Tell me a little bit about your location, more about it, because you have some pretty amazing dishes that you carry.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. We've kind of, it is very true when we say we want you to feel like you're coming to your friends for dinner. And I always kind of think, if you want to come in your pajamas and your slippers, by all means, just come and be casual. We're not fancy. We just want to do really good home-cooked food, comfort food, I guess, for lack of a better word. Whether it's all-day breakfast and eggs Benedict, or if you want to come for, poutines or burgers or pierogies, a whole host of things that you don't always get in a lot of places anymore.
Yeah, I also noticed that you do a little breakfast.
Oh yeah, we love our breakfast. And honestly, I think breakfast for dinner is sometimes the best meal of the day. Forget breakfast at breakfast.
Now, you bring a little bit of that inspiration from the UK, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, I lived there for almost 20 years and moved back with my husband and kids in 2013.
Oh, wow. Did you run a restaurant over there as well?
No, not at all. In fact, this is I've done so many different things. I was always admin and PA, like office, desk-based work, and I'd always liked cooking and, the typical story sort of thing, and had a chance to meet the previous owner and did some work with him in his mortgage business, which he also had. Mm-hmm. And he was sort of talking about, thinking about selling, and I always used to ask him loads of questions. And one day he says, well, why don't you just buy it? And I said, well, what do I know about running a restaurant? He goes, well, what do I know? And I said, okay, good point, good point. And, I couldn't think of a good enough reason to not try it. I mean, it's completely one of those crazy, it was not spur of the moment, because I ended up, going to Red River and doing, trying to get a little bit of information and experience. But it's one of those things I thought, you know what, you're not getting any younger, and if you don't try it, I would always kick myself that I should have.
Yeah.
And I think worst case scenario, you can always go and, like I say, you can always go and find a real job or find another job. And, it was just too good a thing to not try.
Yeah. You know what? And it sounds you're very successful at what you're doing. I love the fact, I got to put this shout out to you, is that you pay homage to your front of the house and the back of the house staff. Even
They're
on your
awesome.
website, you
Yeah, they're
name them,
amazing. They really are
right?
amazing. And we have people that come in just when certain servers are working. They won't come in any other time unless, their favorite server's working. I mean, our head server, she's been there, I think, 18 years now. And I keep
Wow.
laughing as I think keep laughing, it's like a life sentence, like a life sentence. But and we'd be lost without. I'd be lost without her, and with everybody, because everybody contributes their own personalities, their own bit that people come back for, and I think it's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing, and that's going to, your customers are going to feel that, and that whole family. I just love it. I love these kind of restaurants. I love your restaurant, what you're doing here. What is some of those things? I said this to our previous guest, Dave. What is something you'd say to other restaurateurs right now to inspire people? Because a lot of our shows right now are inspiring other restaurateurs to keep going. What would you like to say to them right now?
I think it's just don't give up. And even on those days when all you want to do is sit in the corner and rock and cry and worry about it all, is just know you're not in it alone. I mean, there's so many of us out there. Like, I've met a lot of really great people through this pandemic in the industry that I didn't know of before. And when you sort of talk to them, you realize, hang on a sec, we're all trying our best, and we're all doing this for the reason, because we like to feed people. And
Mhm.
on the darkest days, just remember it's one day. And it's very hard to, like, it's easy for me to say because I have days where I think, oh my God, you just can't anymore, but you do. Yeah. And you just have to know that you're not alone. Like, all of us are, fighting to tread water at the moment, and it will get better. We just have to kind of try and hang in there and laugh.
Yeah.
Like, honest to
And
God, you have to laugh because you would.
I love the fact that restaurateurs laugh and we have a good time, and we're getting beat up, but we're still smiling.
I think you have to, because you would go insane if you didn't, because really you have to keep your humor, and it's very dark humor at times, but sometimes that's the best. That's the best kind.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. Kevin also says you're the family of Oakwood.
Oh yeah,
Kevin, yeah, from our team. So I believe
Kevin.
that as well, Kev. I'll add this to my bucket list of restaurants I have to go visit after all these shows when I'm in Winnipeg again.
Oh, one day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? There's a lot. It's not that far away, I believe, that we'll be getting back to this new norm that we know of. We've learned so much from what the pandemic has taught us, in a way, to keep going and to have spirits like yourself to really keep fighting. What's your favorite thing on the menu? What's your number one thing right now?
My favorite thing at the menu is our chicken waffle poutine.
Chicken waffle poutine?
Yeah, and you really would not be hungry for the rest of the day if you had one. It is it's our fries, a southern style white gravy, cheese curds, crispy chicken tenders, waffles, bit of maple syrup, and some chorizo sausage crumbled on top, just because it's not enough without it. But it is.
Wow.
It's oddly good. It's the sweet and savory combination, which on the face of you think, oh, that can't possibly work, and then you eat it and you think, wow, that really does.
So when you had a text come across to me, first of all, Chef Schultz, which is a legendary chef in Toronto, said his son lives in Winnipeg and your restaurant is awesome. So
thank you so much.
And you have an awesome attitude towards the pandemic. I also got a text here asking, what was some specifics that you've done to survive during the COVID?
We scaled back our menu a lot. I mean, we culled it by about 2/3 just to get us through. We've also offered, we have delivery through third-party service, which is fine. But if someone orders some, say, like, for example, we sell borscht in like 1 and 4 liter containers and all custom make desserts, and I will happily deliver those free of charge anywhere in the city and the surrounding areas. If people want to order them online or by phone, we just do what we can. And if someone calls up and says, well, it's not on your menu at the moment, if we have the ingredients, we'll do it for you. Wow. That's just something we've always done that anyways, but now it's kind of more important than ever to just kind of give people that little bit of familiarity.
Yeah.
And really day to day we just do our best. We've got one staff member out front, one in the kitchen. We've scaled back our staff, unfortunately, but everyone that wants to work takes a turn, and we all kind of muddle through. And it's it's very uncertain, and day to day we have no idea what's going to happen, but we just keep on keeping on like everybody's doing.
Yeah, it really is. So awesome. Thank you for the question, Greg, as well. I got so many people that texted me about your place. Amazing things. So must be pretty legendary.
I hope so. And sometimes, it really does truly make me warm from head to toe when we hear that, because some days you just think, oh, just everyone's forgetting about us. And I understand that you can't eat out all the time. And there's so many, Winnipeg has an amazing amount of great restaurants. You know what I mean? And so I'm so glad that everybody is kind of supporting everybody else. You think, oh yeah, come to our place. But at the same time, there's so many to choose from. And I don't honestly know how people decide where they're going to have, order their food from. I have a hard time doing that.
The cool thing about that is how many people are supporting our local favorite places, our restaurants and stuff.
It's fabulous.
It's amazing, really, what people are doing. And we've heard so many amazing stories over the last year from what we've had guests and customers on our shows, and it's inspiring. And I love it because I get to talk to you. And I used to be able to talk to a lot of our restaurateurs and our customers in person. Virtually is okay, but it's better in person. It's better to sit in your restaurant, enjoy your amazing food. So I just can't thank you enough for spending your time today with us, sharing your story.
Pleasure. And
it really inspires others.
And I'd really like to quickly just to thank Sysco as well. I mean, Kevin has been amazing. Kevin Penner, he has always got so much energy. He could bottle it and sell it. And Eric, our rep, and Zoe, everybody there have been amazing, because, if there's something where the price has gone up and you think, oh, it's a little bit steep at the moment, they'll suggest something different or an alternative that will work just as well. And, you guys have been a huge, huge source of support and information all the way through, even before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I know I can always pick up the phone or send a text or an email to somebody and I'll get an answer. And, it's been a huge, huge help. So yeah, you guys have been equally as awesome.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, but we're here to help you, and we're going to be here all along the way. And whatever you need, I know Kevin's our rock star out there in Winnipeg.
He's amazing.
And I wish he could bottle that energy as well and sell it. He can make a lot of money.
Absolutely. But no, yeah, we hope we can welcome you at some point in the future. And yeah, next time you come to Winnipeg, hit up all the great places, because there are a lot of them.
There is. It was actually my last place I was in before COVID. I was flying out when they were locking down the world.
Oh, I know. But you know what? We'll get there. Well, we will muddle through, and we'll get back to some kind of semblance of travel and what we used to know.
Exactly. Yeah. I even have to have a video of what it looks like in other places.
I know. We've got a lot of friends and family in the UK still, and I know they're in a way worse position than we are in Canada. But again, we know at some point it'll end. We'll be able to see each other. We'll be able to, shake hands or hug or however you want to go, and we'll enjoy it all that much more.
I know. That's awesome. Well, thanks again, Wendy.
Thank you
so much. Just keep her going. I can't wait to see you hopefully soon. And eat at your place. Check out go online, first of all, for everyone who's watching our show. Check out the Oakwell Bistro. It is an amazing website, amazing food. I love reading all the different things. You do have a great variety of different foods you have. And I can't wait to check out your chicken waffle.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Wendy. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So great story there, folks. We're going to cut to a quick little blurb here from one of our partners with Culinary Federation, and then we'll be right back with our next guest.
When you're a member of the Culinary Federation, you season your culinary career with its benefits.
Connecting and networking. Culinary challenges and competitions. Certification programs. Culinary and business skills training. Cost savings programs. Mentorship and career development. The Culinary Federation, bringing together professional chefs and cooks from across Canada to honor tradition while evolving into the future. Be part of the change.
Join the Culinary Federation Revolution today.
Hello.
Hi there.
How's it going, Chef?
Good. How are you?
Great. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
So King City, first of all, where is King City?
King City, it's about half an hour north of Toronto, just on the 400, right at King and Keel. That's where the first restaurant's located.
Now I know where that is. I was like, it was so familiar because I'm in Toronto quite a bit. I was. And I remember going up there, and I know that area now. Now that you say that, totally know where it is.
Mhm.
So welcome to our show. This is all about you. We want to make sure that we hear your story, what it's been like. We want to learn a little about your location, and just really have a great conversation today with you.
Great.
So what's this year been like for you?
Well, it's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions, pivoting from day one till now, trying to figure it all out. It's been nonstop with 2 restaurants, 2 teams, and it's definitely not been easy to say the least.
I can imagine. So you have 2 locations, correct?
Yes.
Are they connected or are they separate?
So they are connected. They are the same restaurants, same menu, same owners, just different locations. One is in Aurora, Ontario. The other one is in King City. They're about 15 minutes
Okay.
from each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're completely locked down. No one can dine in your locations?
Absolutely not. I mean, we had a point before in the summer when we were able to open up and extend the patio and have limited seating inside, but at the moment it's just takeout.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you've been doing right now to keep going through COVID right now?
So, I mean, a big thing now, obviously January is usually a quieter month in general, even when we were open pre-COVID. However, we're trying to make an attractive menu so that we can sort of cater to families, to everyone. It's not just about coming out for a special occasion. It's about, wanting to come and order more than once a week. And that's been working. I mean, as a chef, I've had to watch, obviously, my labor costs, making sure that I can run a smooth operation with very limited labor. I mean, I went from managing and doing my executive work to going back on the pans, cooking, washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen. So it's been definitely different.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
And first of all, appreciate you being on the show today because I know how hard it is because everyone's working in the restaurants right now, online, cooking, and really right in the weeds of what's happening.
Exactly. I mean, it's nice to connect and be with the team and be more hands-on. I get re-inspired to think of different menu items, features, things like that when you're more hands-on. So I'm enjoying this part. And I just really miss having the environment of all the team members there, being able to teach everyone something, being able to be more creative day in and day out with lunch features and dinner features and, interact with the front of the house with the guests. So that whole energy is definitely something that I really miss, and we all do.
So what keeps you going, Chef?
What keeps me going is, that's a great question, is just the fight to push forward, to say we're going to get through this, to be the leader for my team, my sous chefs, to say, keep your head up and keep on pushing. We're going to get through this. Trying to be positive and persistent. I think that's something that, really is important. And I feel like that's my duty, is to be that motivator and mentor. But we got to keep on going forward. We all have things to take care of as well. So that's the motivation in there.
It's interesting. I think I'm going to write a book on restaurateurs that are leaders and sell it because you guys are incredible. When I hear even the stories today of people that keep going, you keep smiling, you're inspiring others to keep going. And you guys have this fighting spirit, but at the same time, you really show amazing traits of being amazing leaders. And did you learn that from someone?
I mean, I've had an amazing apprenticeship when I was at the King Edward Hotel in Toronto for 4.5 years. And I learned so many important things as an apprentice chef. about problem solving and doing what you have to do to move forward. So I took that with me. It's sort of a discipline, and it's a practice for many, many years in the industry, that, you know, a way of thinking to move forward and not, you know, create something negative or bad.
That's awesome. Awesome. It's incredible. So I got to ask you some questions about your location, because I love restaurants. I love this industry.
Sure.
What's your favorite dish? What's your number one dish in both places?
Well, it is an Italian restaurant. I definitely brought a lot of my experience from working in Italy and living there. So my pastas are true to my heart. I think those are probably my favorite. One of them I just put on right now would be a wild boar campanelle pasta with a little bit of a spicy tomato sauce, finished with a stracciatella cheese, which is almost like the inside of a burrata, very soft and creamy. So that's a wonderful, spicy, hearty pasta for this time of the year. And probably the lamb shank. It's just beautifully slow braised with red wine and herbs and mirepoix and roasted potatoes and beautiful heirloom carrots, fresh mint and parsley gremolata. So just makes me excited to see these dishes going out and know that, you know, our heart and everything that we put into it is able to hit the tables at home for people, and they can enjoy something like that.
Oh my God. Oh, just listening to that. You're trained out of Italy?
I did. I lived in Venice, Italy for a while. I trained in Dubai as well. These experiences away from home really gave me a different insight on cooking, on a mentality of life, and it really brought me to where I am now. I mean, when I came back from working abroad, I worked at the Four Seasons in Toronto for Café Beloud, which was a French dining experience, fine dining. And that was an experience in itself. So, I mean, so many different experiences, traveling, whatever it was. I tried to channel it all and bring it to the table now.
First of all, that's awesome that you're able to do that. And I tell you, you can see through the pictures of what you guys have in your menu, your passion and love to culinary. You can see it. It's beautiful. You look, first of all, your locations look gorgeous. And so many people I guarantee it, are missing out going into them. What would you say to other restaurateurs right now to give them some hope and some inspiration?
I mean, it's easy to say, stay positive, but I think being hopeful, we're all in this in terms of knowing or not knowing, you know, when it's going to end or when we're going to come out of it. But I think, you know, do everything that you can with integrity. I think that's the most important piece of advice I can give as a chef, at least to chefs out there and young cooks maybe being patient and learning technique and taking time, but seasoned cooks to put integrity into everything that they do, because no matter if you have to pivot from doing a fine dining meal to making a burger now, you want to make it the best burger you ever made, and, you know, put out food with love and passion, because that's going to translate. And when the doors reopen, that's what's going to show, is people are going to know this is the real deal. Can't wait to eat here again.
You know what? That I actually had someone on the show last week that said that as well, is don't cut corners. Make sure that you keep that integrity of what you're doing, of your brand and your products. Right. And it will really pay off as we open up, because there is some light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. And I guarantee it's going to be amazing. And it is going to be busy, because I believe everyone is ready to go out and enjoy some great food. I can't wait.
Myself included. I can't wait to take my wife out. So
I know we're all
looking forward to it.
Right?
Yeah,
it's going to be great. Well, thanks again, Chef, for spending your time on us. Amazing food, amazing location, amazing leader, and to put us all packaged into one as an amazing chef. Thank you for so much today, spending time with us today.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, thanks again. Everyone, let's support our locals. Let's support chefs like Chef, and let's get out there and support this industry. It's amazing. So take care, Chef.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
So we're all done for today. Ned can't make it. Ned's going to be on our show next week, Ned Bell. But thanks again for everyone else that can tune in today, watch it. Great comments, supporting our industry. Let's get out there, support it. It means the world to us. And I can't wait to eat in a restaurant as well. So we're on again tomorrow with more customer stories. Check it out. And we'll be back next week as well. All the best.